Hi, we're here with DeeperBlue.com and we're talking with James from Poseidon. Can you tell us what's new for 2017?
Absolutely. So we've got a couple of really exciting things coming up for 2017. Firstly, the Poseidon M28 computer, which is the first underwater computer. This is not just a dive computer that will do everything that any other open circuit or closed circuit computer will do. This is actually a full programmable computer, so this really sets the tone going forward. And you can think of this as similar processing power and storage to an iPad, so it's really a breakthrough in terms of technology. Designed to complement the 7 initially, this can be used with a range of rebreathers from the Poseidon Mark 6 through to other rebreathers in conjunction with our sensors and mouthpiece technology. The M28 has a couple of really interesting features. On a general note, the ability to write apps to add functionality to the M28 is unique. If we look at it in terms of control, one of the big things that we've done is we've moved from alphanumeric display, where people are required to interpret what do the numbers mean, into aviator style gauges, which you can see in the center here. And the great thing about the aviator gauge is that if you interpret the data and just show a gauge, it's very easy for the eye to recognize, is that gauge pointing in the right direction or is it off? In other words, the brain doesn't need to think about it. You don't have to calculate the numbers. You're just getting a visual signal about what that does. Now, the M28 will allow you to replace the paddle display from the 7 to control your 7, and you can wire that straight into the 7. You can also use the M28 with the Poseidon Mark 6 to update your settings on the surface. But with the 7, you can do this all the way through the dive, change gases and so forth. In conjunction with a third cell, you can then use the M28 to read both the sensors on board the 7 and a third cell here. But what we have in here is one of those true holy grails of diving. We have here the world's first and only solid-state oxygen sensor. This is a complete breakthrough in terms of what we can do with diving here. It's a lifetime sensor. We've moved a consumable that was unreliable into becoming just a component. So from a functionality point of view, it's factory calibrated. You turn it on when you're ready to go diving. It gives you an absolutely correct reading that doesn't vary. We've got thousands of hours of test dives over the last 18 months or so on this, and this is a truly breakthrough technology. You'll be able to use the M28 and the solid-state sensor on other rebreathers as a backup, and not just on Poseidon rebreathers, which is also a big movement forward. So the M28 is going to be available to ship within the next few weeks. The solid-state sensor and the C-pod that houses it will be shipping the first 100 to the first 100 lucky people around the world in March next year. These provide an ecosystem on rebreathers, which, along with the Poseidon mouthpiece, which is, and I am biased but also correct, is the best rebreather mouthpiece on the marketplace. You'll be able to take this ecosystem of mouthpiece, computer and sensor technology and apply it to any rebreather that's out there. And that's a really exciting development for 2017. And I think above all, what we've tried to do over the last 2 years in terms of our development is focus on what can Poseidon do that nobody else can do. And that's really what I think we've delivered with both the M28 but particularly the solid-state oxygen sensor. And I really appreciate the opportunity to explain that.
Dude, thank you so much. You explained it really, really well, and I'm very excited to take this underwater.
Absolutely. Happy to do that anytime you like.
Thank you so much for your time. I'm excited
You're welcome.
to see what's in the future.
Thanks. Thank you.